Hey there, everyone. It's been 2 days of withdrawals. Well, 1.5, and I'll get to that later. Today was my third day of not taking my psychiatric medication. And Bunny's over there because she knows that I've been sick all day. And forgive the horrible lighting. It's almost 8 p.m. here, and it's winter, so light sucks. Yeah, I clearly didn't shower. My hair's sticking up. I was in bed majority of the day, and by majority I mean I was out of bed for maybe a total of 3 hours. Save when I was running up and down the stairs trying to find my psychiatrist's card so that I could call him and figure out if maybe I could take the meds every other day or something to help with the withdrawals. When he did call back, because he's not in the office, so they had to page him and everything, when he finally did call back, which really wasn't that long at all, considering it was like maybe 25 minutes, he probably knew how dire the situation was with me. He's known me so long, I'm sure he knew exactly what was going on. When he called me back, he said, try just taking the antidepressant again, because that's the one that's giving me the withdrawal problems. And the other medication that I was on can be used as a PRN, which is prescribed as needed. And I can take that if I get a little too on the upswing, the manic side of things. And we will rediscuss other ways of getting off these medications when I see him in February, which my grandmother made a very soon appointment, probably because she knew how messed up everything's been. So I have an appointment February 8th, and it's only it's the 5th Tuesday away. So usually I see him every 6 weeks, so I'm seeing him like 4 weeks in between. So it's really not that much sooner. Hello, Shankara. That's Shankara, if you heard that meow. Meow. It's not a baby. It's my old cat. You want to say hello? Say hello. Meow. Oh, and the stuffed animal is Kit. Anyways, sorry, I'm like introducing you to all my cats all over again because I'm still a little loopy. So I took the medication, right? I took my antidepressant, and meow, and I decided I was going to eat. You know, help it keep down, right? No, I ate and it all came back up. So I decided I was going to try to settle my stomach and then take another one because I literally threw up the pill. Like, I could taste it. It was gross. I want to make sure that I get this medication in my system as soon as possible. So, and perhaps those of you with weak stomach shouldn't be watching this, but I'm not really describing much, so hopefully you'll live. So I'm getting headbutted over here. I right before I had thrown up, I was feeling the sickness. I've had a bucket next to my bed since yesterday because I knew that there was a potential of me puking my guts out, to be honest. It happens when I go through withdrawals from this particular medication, and yeah, I was definitely nauseous yesterday, so I've had this bucket next to my bed. But I took Tums, hoping to feel better when I started feeling sick, and almost directly after taking the Tums, and I don't know if that was just because I put one more thing in my body or what, I grabbed the bucket, put it in my lap, and just spewed. Funny thing is I was wearing a different shirt at the time, which pretty much describes what happened there. My boobs are huge. They got right over the bucket and in the way. I actually had to wash off my necklace too, because it was like here, and all right here. It was gross. It wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been. It was mostly crackers, but yeah. One cat goes, the other cat goes in her spot. Yeah, so that wasn't fun. And then I felt very, very dizzy. I mean, clearly throwing up your food doesn't make you feel better all the time when you're going through withdrawals, so I didn't want to take the other pill right away. I didn't want to retake my pill because I knew that I'd probably throw it up again. So I went and took Pepto because I threw up the Tums, and I really wanted to settle my stomach. I hate sick stomachs, and some people hate throwing up, but honestly, when I have an upset stomach and I feel like I'm going to throw up, I much rather throw up than not, because I generally feel better afterwards, but I hadn't yet. So I took Pepto. Bad idea. I felt a million times worse after that, and it took me at least another hour before I was able to throw up, and I wasn't trying to make myself, because that's a whole nother triggering thing for me with the eating disorder stuff I've been through. But I just wanted to get it all up, and I was contemplating the idea of making myself do it. But I did throw up, finally, and I was finally tired enough that I figured it would be okay to take the medication and just lay down and go to sleep. So I did so. Took my medication probably about, 4 hours ago now. No, wait. 5 hours ago now. It was around 3. It's 8 here, so yeah. And then my cat, Dust Bunny, the black one, she came up on my bed right afterwards and started purring and laid on my legs and just kind of purred me a lullaby. It was very sweet of her. And most cats run away when you start puking your guts out. My cat, Dust Bunny, is a healer. She knows when you're sick and when you're puking your guts out. She might run when the liquid's coming, but she'll come back and she'll make you feel better. And she does that for emotional pain, and physical illness and emotional illness. When she knows that something's wrong, she will come and comfort you, and it's very sweet, and I'm so grateful I had her, because I probably wouldn't have been able to fall asleep without the purring cat on my legs, so that was helpful. But the point I'm trying to make here, after 7 minutes of rambling about puke, is that I'm not giving up on getting off this medication. Dr. Altacruz, my doctor, said that the lower doses of the medication, and we were discussing this before, and I really don't remember too much of it because I've had a rough couple of days now. But we were discussing it. I'm starting to recall on Tuesday when I saw him that there are lower doses of the medication. The problem is that they're not extended release. They're not long acting like the ones I'm taking. So we're going to try figuring out what to do with the lower doses of the short acting. And configure it in a way where I'm taking less and less until finally I'm able to get off this medication with minimal withdrawal symptoms. So that's the plan. And I'm going to be seeing him on February 8th, and I have a concert, Emily Autumn concert, to go to on the 12th. So that kind of trumps me trying to get off anything at that point. What I'm probably going to tell him is give me an idea to start on the 13th, because that concert is way too important to me to miss, and I spent $150 total, $75 for each ticket, 2 tickets, $150. Yeah, math. I can do it again. I haven't been able to do math for a couple days now. I was like, what's 1 plus 1? I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, that's VIP tickets, and I need to meet her and be in my best mental state for that. So I'll meet her again. And, it's kind of going to be like Valentine's Day for my boyfriend and I, because we're both going, and it's like one of the few times that we're ever out in public together, just because, we just have such messed up schedules. But, unfortunately, I'm not crazy that my musical addiction is far more important than getting off these medications. So that's what I'm going to tell him, that I have plans for the Saturday after I see him, and that I will get off it as soon as possible after that. Not get off of it, but lower the dose, because I really don't want to mess with Emily Autumn concert. It's far too important to me. I mean, she's bigger coping skill than anything I've learned in DBT. So, yeah. Anyways, I wanted to update you guys. The title probably got some of your attention. Damn near killed me. It did. I was very suicidal. Being sick is not fun, and being sick and seeing things and having a fever and being hot and cold and throwing up and not being able to throw up and dizzy, and it just was not fun. So yeah, I don't know. It wasn't that the lack of being on medication. I mean, the lack of being on medication was the problem. It was the withdrawal from the medication, the process of getting off the medication that was driving me crazy. Normally I can cope with suicidal feelings. I've been doing that for almost 2 years now without going to the hospital. So my problem is that the withdrawals was making me a million times more suicidal than I normally get. So that's kind of what I meant by that. But yeah, I'm gonna go take a bath. Not because I feel dirty, but because I think that the warm water will just kind of calm me down. Hopefully make me less dizzy, and you know, I can come out and feel better about myself. So I will talk to you all later, and yeah, enjoy your weekend.